Well, good morning. This is May the 6th, 2021, as we continue our morning devotional on Ecclesiastes, learning the right time to act. And today we come to the second half of verse 2 in Ecclesiastes chapter 3. And it says this: a time to plant and a time to uproot what is planted. I believe with permissibility, I guess I just made up a word. It's permissible to understand time as a season because we're talking about an agricultural concept here. So a season to plant and a season to uproot or to harvest. A time to plant and a time to uproot what is planted. When you consider the practice of agriculture, the concept of time can be understood as a season, the season to plant and the season to harvest, or as the text says, to uproot what was planted. Common sense tells us that you do not plant seed in the dead of winter nor harvest in the dead of winter. Neither do you plant or transplant shrubs or trees in the winter, but in the spring. There is a season to plant, but understood with this statement that planting implies preparing the ground. The ground must be disked, turned over, plowed, furrows designed before sowing the seed. When it comes time to uproot what is planted, there is also preparation. The farmer must ensure there is adequate staff to help, ample supply of containers to store the product, a means to move it to market, and knowing when it is the peak time to harvest. Prior to this chapter, King Solomon has been involved in different seasons of his life. Each season had a common denominator: the pursuit of pleasure, the discovery of the purpose and meaning of life apart from God. Now, considering this phrase by application to the church, each church should recognize when it is time to plant. Past failures, potential problems must not become the determining element on when to plant. Likewise, each church should recognize when a ministry has served its purpose and with grace and thanksgiving close it down. For Christian parents, they must recognize the time to plant, to sow the good seed of the gospel, and to water and nourish it. They must also recognize when to uproot their parental hold and trust their instruction in the Lord to continue the maturation of their children. Yes, there is a time to plant. Each of us must recognize that season God presents to us, the season to sow the seeds of faith, truth, hope, peace, and other promptings of the Holy Spirit. Likewise, when that season closes for us, God might be preparing another to harvest what we faithfully sowed. That is why the Apostle Paul wrote in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 7, "So then neither the one who plants nor the one who waters is anything but God, who causes the growth or the increase." So the question this morning is this: is it time to plant? Is it time to harvest? Tomorrow we will take a look at a time to kill and a time to heal. God bless your Thursday.